sovereignty is something that actually I think we need to realize we already have. Israel already has what's called de facto sovereignty. There are two types of sovereignty. One is de jure. It's when the entire international community recognizes your sovereignty. And we may even have that as well if we go back 100 years. But de facto sovereignty is when you are a defined people in a defined land with a defined purpose. And there's probably no other nation in the entire world, Lital, that has found a land that they have more purpose to and more history in than we do. And I think part of what we need to do in the next few years is just to realize, in fact, we are sovereign. No one needs to tell us we're sovereign. And what does that mean? We need to look at Judea and Samaria, and as you mentioned, now is the opportunity, as an integral part of the state of Israel. And there are certain practical steps that we need to take, and if we take them, then we will be convinced that this is sovereign, and then perhaps the world will as well.
So I think in a way, in the recent year or two, when we saw Minister Smotrich, giving an approval for building more and more cities across Judea and Samaria, do you think we came to a conclusion that we don't need the world approval in order to build in Judea and Samaria, in order to actually build in our own country?
I think certainly Minister Smotrich and the Prime Minister Netanyahu do believe that, and most of Israeli society do. I mean, all we have to do is look in the field. Smotrich approved 69 new communities. If we go back just before the 2000s, there were no communities whatsoever that had been approved, meaning you put up a community, you could have 5,000 people living there, water, electricity, you work in Jerusalem, you work in Tel Aviv, you're in your integral homeland, and you are not considered sovereign in your land. However, today, when we see that he's done this, and there's been very little pushback from the world, and the United States, while they haven't given an explicit approval of sovereignty, they also haven't come down on him.